Good evening. Today's the first day of the Mid-Autumn Festival. Today's Wednesday. I was originally planning to see my tutor for Chinese about practicing Chinese. We were thinking about meeting in a park to practice some Chinese, and I brought my books and my notebook and everything. And then she invited me to go have dinner at her house with her family because she said Mid-Autumn Festival is all about being with your family. So I went and I hung out with her family instead of really, well, I did practice Chinese, but it wasn't like out of the book like I had thought we were doing. I had a fabulous time. Her family is very, very nice, very generous. Had a lot of fun. I learned a lot. I'm gonna have to write down everything I learned because then I'm gonna forget if I don't. She taught me how to play mahjong. Not the same kind of mahjong that we play on the computer, something rather different. But it was a lot of fun. It's really hard to explain without having the mahjong pieces. So, yeah, that was tons of fun. I'm actually really exhausted. I did a lot of walking today. And her house is very far away, and something interesting that she told me about where she lives is originally her neighborhood was all farmland. Originally, I'm not sure how far long ago it was when it was farmland, and everybody who lived there were farmers. Everyone. And now it's all apartments. She said that the government this is her words. Her words is the government needed to make her neighborhood look nicer for the city. So the government took everybody's farmland and turned it into apartments. Each apartment building has 18 floors, and each apartment building houses 10,000 people. That's a lot of people. And I couldn't even count how many apartment buildings there were. That was how many there were. I would say she's probably 5 minutes out of town, maybe 10. 10 would be pushing it. I would say maybe closer to 5 minutes out of town. I took a cab. It was 18 kwai, not very much, maybe like $3. The distance is a lot farther than 5 minutes, but the cab drivers don't really have a set speed limit, so they go as fast as they want to, and that usually gets you there faster. Even though it seems like with the traffic and all the people, if I lived in an American city with that many people and that bad of traffic, I don't quite feel that I would feel as safe as I do here, which is kind of interesting. A lot of the people are very nice, even though it's such a huge city. Everybody's very nice and generous, and they become more friendly if you talk to them in Chinese. Even though I don't know that much Chinese, I did write about an experience I had on my second day being in Chengdu, and pretty much if someone stares at me longer than 10 seconds, I'll say hello to them in Chinese. And there was this one guy that I walked past. He had the coldest, stiffest look. The coldest look in his eyes, like he was like a robot. He was so cold looking, and he got close enough to me to where I think he'd be able to hear me if I said something. So I said ni hao, and then the look on his face, like his expression changed immediately. There was like metamorphosis or some kind. His facial expression morphed. It went from super cold and like emotionless and stiff to actually very happy looking and excited, just because I said